The most tragic war Americans have fought was arguably the Civil War, because it divided the nation against itself. Vance Havner, a well-known evangelist of an earlier era, once told about a soldier in the Civil War who wore blue jackets and gray trousers because he wanted to remain neutral. Unfortunately, he ended up being shot by both sides. Many observers today are calling attention to the fact that our nation is once again deeply divided. One of the causes of this division is what is commonly referred to as identity politics. Identity politics divides people by income, race, ethnicity, gender, and an expanding number of coteries in order to defend each group's perceived needs or interests. Historically, America has endeavored to be a melting pot with the noble goal of assimilation. This goal is expressed in the original motto of our country, which is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, translated in English as out of many, one. By segmenting the population into competing classes or categories, an interesting inversion of our motto seems to be occurring. The late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia brought this to our attention when he once wrote, "We are now emphasizing the e pluribus with little attention to the unum. We are the many rather than one." In contrast to the division that American culture offers is the gospel. In both Ephesians chapter 3 verses 2 and 3 and Colossians chapter 4 verse 3, Paul wrote of something called the mystery of the gospel. This enigmatic phrase is defined as the purpose of God, intended from the very beginning, but only lately fully revealed. So what specifically is this delayed revelation or mystery of the gospel? Paul explains it in Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 6. This mystery, he writes, is that through the gospel the Gentiles are heirs together with Israel, members together of one body, and sharers together in the promise of Jesus Christ. To understand the dramatic impact of Paul's message, one must understand that in biblical days the Jews divided the world into only two classes of people, the Jews and everybody else. Everybody else fell under the umbrella term Gentiles. When receiving the good news of the gospel, we are brought into unity with God and with one another. That's the mystery of the gospel, and was God's intention from the very beginning. Simply put, Paul wrote to the Galatian believers in chapter 3, verse 28, that there is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. So while the identity politics of our culture pulls us apart, the gospel draws us together. When we receive the good news of the gospel, we're brought into unity with God and with one another, regardless of income, race, gender, class. I wonder, do you find yourself getting caught up in the forced divisions of identity politics? Or are you striving to embrace the mystery of the gospel that brings unity through Christ? That's something to consider.